Now, our full review of the 2014 National Conference is all this week. And tomorrow, Thursday, we have Vice President Representative Development, Michelle Merriweather, who will be joining us on the show, talking about all the training tools that are coming and all the great stuff that is being worked on. But we also want to let you know that Monday and Tuesday's show, the recording is now available. So that recording is available at easy.com/recordings. At the end of the show, we'll put up a banner that you can click on that will bring it to you. But these shows now are available for you to watch and to share with other people. This is the show we did last night with Jim Mannion and Amy Nelson, and also on Monday with the Communication Director, John Breitbart. Tonight's show, we're going to learn all about the new Thrive Smart Home with Vivint. And our featured guest is Director of Product Development, Joel Berntsen, who has done just an incredible job for us to really look at all the things as a company that we could offer our customers and add value to our customers. And he's been on the show before, and he's really excited. He worked really hard today to develop an amazing PowerPoint presentation so we can walk you through what that smart home looks like and what the program looks like, and also the free energy program, all those enhancements. So please welcome to the show, Joel Berntsen, Product Development. Welcome to the show, Joel. How are you?
Great, Andre. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure. Now, before we sit down, we have to showcase a few things.
That's fine.
I already got a request from somebody that asked about the T-shirt.
Yeah.
You're wearing the North American PowerCon T-shirt.
I am. This was what all of our staff members wore at PowerCon. So this one's never really going to be available for the masses. I've had a lot of requests for it, but this was for us to stand out when people need help at PowerCon.
So it's kind of exclusive then.
It is, and I'm just wearing it because I'm here to help you guys tonight.
Okay.
So.
Now, what am I wearing?
You are wearing a brand new shirt.
Here we go.
Do a full rotation for everyone.
So what does it say in the front?
On the front, it says, "Do you still pay an electric bill?" Which is a great question to ask people.
Okay.
To get them interested in what we have to offer, and then on the back, for details, it says the Free Energy Challenge, and I believe it says it's easy and you can do it. So it's a great conversation starter tool. We unveiled that at conference. Some people in the web audience tonight probably saw John and I when we introduced that shirt. That was a little fun sketch we did on stage to introduce the T-shirt. But it's going to be available in the shop very shortly for people. This is sort of the first batch of them that we're just introducing right now, and those will be coming soon for everybody else who wants them.
Okay, so what I've got to do first, there seems to be a technical issue that we're getting. So if you can write, people, were you able to see that and hear that? Okay. No, we're good. I had to relog back in. Okay, yeah, good. Just wanted to make sure. So some people are having technical problems, but it's typically on their end. And I just want to write a note, Valerie, if you can write a comment in there regarding audio. Some people are having an issue with audio. It's on there. If you let them know if you have no audio, it's on your end. Let them know that. So I got this T-shirt. How did I get this T-shirt? This is new, right? It's not available
brand
yet.
new. This is brand new. I figured it was a good audience to break it in with, and I brought it tonight. This was one of the advanced ones that we had printed. We're going to have it available probably in the next couple weeks in the shop for everybody, but I wanted to let people know who weren't at conference that it's coming, and so it's out there for them.
Just so everyone knows, Joel was kind enough to bring me this new T-shirt to showcase to everyone. And it will be available in the shop soon.
Very soon. I don't have a specific date, but it's going to be within the next couple of weeks.
So
we already ordered them, so that's just waiting for them to come in.
Okay, so that's awesome. So we got a lot to cover, and I want to warn everyone. We might go longer than 9 o'clock, so please, I want permission to do that because this is so important. This is so big, and we've got a lot of content to cover. That it might require us to put a little extra time because we're going to have a ton of questions, but I know that Joel's done such a great job preparing the documents so we can go through this step by step by step.
That's the plan.
So before we get started, anything that you want to share? What were your thoughts on the national conference?
Everything's bigger in Texas, so that sums it up. The announcements was bigger, the fun was bigger. I was at conference last year as well, and we unveiled a lot of new things then. It was very exciting to get updates from my perspective from the field as well as the corporate team on some of the stuff that I haven't been as close to. Just how well stuff's gone since last year. You guys have really pushed us in the corporate team to the limits to continue to improve and give you guys more tools to work with. So, and then we had a lot of new things that we announced as well. I was fortunate to get to work behind the scenes on a few of those. So it was a great conference. I had a lot of fun.
It's really amazing how there's so much going on, so many moving parts, and you wonder, are we going to pull this off?
It felt that way.
And no, it's really incredible, and you guys did pull it off. It was absolutely remarkable. Again, the promise that was made was that this conference and what was delivered at this conference would blow away the conference the year before. And you guys absolutely did it. Congratulations.
Thank you. We raised the bar, and you guys do too. So it's a team effort.
So let's talk about our new name.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. It's a lot of work that goes into choosing a name. The original name was not one that we just stumbled on. North American Power meant a lot when we originally established the business. It was a perfect description of what we did, and really, what we've realized over the past, I would say, 12 months or so, really since last conference, is how much we had pushed that name to its limits, and we wanted a name that felt more limitless. Something that would give us that opportunity to expand as the opportunity got bigger and more people got involved. We needed to figure out a way to open it up beyond just what North American Power could mean. So I love Thrive. It represents growth. It represents flourishing. It represents excitement and engagement. And those are all virtues that we want to have as part of who we are going forward. It's been part of who we were in the past, but I think the name really encapsulates that well.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. On Friday, when we do the edition of the Power Hour featuring leadership and getting their take on the conference, we're going to do a poll for everyone so you can actually weigh in and tell us what you think of the name. But it's important that, if you don't mind, I make a point to all the viewers, we're in transition. We've introduced to the field the name Thrive, but until everything is formalized, which is months away still, months away, when everything is transitioned, we are still operating under North American Power. So we get to talk about Thrive, where we're going with Thrive, but when you're out there sharing the opportunity and sharing, whether it's electric or natural gas, or Vivint, what we're going to be talking about at home, you still have to have the conversation with, leading with North American Power, because if you start talking about Thrive, customers you're just going to confuse them because they'll do search and say, well, where is it? It doesn't really exist. So it exists for us. There's a transition.
That's exactly what it is.
What is your best estimate of when this transition will be, let's say, complete?
I think it's going to be, like you said, it is going to be a transition. We may have phases of it. So our goal on the corporate side is within the next couple months to have as much of the sort of core materials that someone needs in order to run their business up and running with Thrive as the brand. And there could be additional support materials that lag a little bit beyond that, but our goal is to try to get as much of this done over the next few months. And be patient with us if there's certain things that seem like they're taking longer than others. It's a lot of things to change over, but it's a big challenge for us on the corporate side, and we're excited to be doing it. It's going to put us in a great position when we're done, and I think our goal is to do it over the next few months.
So fair enough to say that we could have the transition pretty well done within like 3 to 4 months.
I think so.
That would be fair.
My perspective only, and I'm not talking from the rest of the corporate team. There's certain things that I need to make sure I have done in the next couple months, and then if there's other things that I'm still transitioning at the end of the year, I want to have as much of it wrapped up before the end of the year as possible. So we're doing our best to get a lot done in a short amount of time, but it'll come together just like conference does.
Yeah.
So.
And typically, what Valerie and I do is within our team, our conversation is all about Thrive, what's coming with Thrive, and you know, it's a new day with Thrive. But anytime that the phone rings or we're reaching out to someone to enroll a customer, the word Thrive is not mentioned. It is North American Power. Until that transition is made, if we throw out Thrive, this, well, what's Thrive? You've been talking about North American Power. Mm-hmm. So I'm having this conversation. I might be belaboring the point, but do yourselves a favor. Wait till this transition is complete before you try to acquire customers. Like you acquire customers in North American Power, you can switch over acquiring customers when we've arrived at that place.
I think that's a great strategy.
So let's start with this amazing presentation that you put together. So let's start with the first slide.
Absolutely. So
the transition.
This is exactly what this represents: is the transition between North American Power and Thrive. North American Power, even after we're done with the transition, is always going to be part of the Thrive opportunity. I'll go into this in a little bit more detail, but North American Power is not going away. You know, the corporate team is always going to be there for you. But Thrive is really what we feel represents the opportunity going forward, and it's a one-word way to summarize everything we stand for. So, right. So that's really, you may see a few things showing both brands side by side for the time being, and that's to represent that transition.
Yeah, when I started in the beginning of my my announcements, the way I described it is I said I'm a regional director with the referral network channel of mm-hmm. North American Power called Thrive, which is exactly mm-hmm. what we will be. That's what exactly. We are, what we're transitioning into, and what we are mm-hmm. going to end up being. So mm-hmm. that would be very descriptive, right, and accurate.
That's accurate. Yeah.
Okay. So let's continue and let's talk about this.
So this is one of the slides that we actually used when we were introducing the Thrive brand at conference. I really liked everything that it represented, so I wanted to pull this in. What you're going to find with Thrive is that we're not just energy, but energy is at the core of everything we do. So everything that we're going to offer is going to be products and services for your home to make your life and your home better. Greg Breitbart shared a phenomenal stat when he was introducing what the Thrive brand is. I believe the average person spends close to 50 years of their life in one place, their home. And
in my home-based business, I spend 99.9%.
I was going to say even more so for some of us. Yeah. So, but no matter who you are, you spend more time in your home than anywhere else by far. And because of that, we want to make sure that home is as comfortable, productive, enjoyable, relaxing as possible. And there's so many innovative products and services out there that fit that criteria. As I mentioned, it's going to be energy and then more than energy. So this really gives a nice visual picture for what we're looking to be with Thrive.
Okay, great. So let's continue.
So what Thrive will offer, it's going to end up looking a little bit different than what North American Power has in the past. We'll go into more detail on that. The energy products that we've been making available for the last few years, those are always going to be there. But what we're going to be able to do with Thrive is introduce other product categories, and those categories will all have innovative products or services that improve the life of our representatives and customers at their home. This will give the reps out there a much bigger opportunity than they've ever been able to have before as well. So a lot of things that we're introducing are going to be all 50 states. So it's a great move from that perspective as well. So here's just a little bit about some of the product categories. There's Thrive Sustainable Home, and I'll go into that in a second. There's also Thrive Smart Home, which we introduced at conference. And then there's sort of this mystery one that I'm not going to tell you too much about right now. And that may be one thing, it may be more than one thing, but as my role as Director of Product Development, I'm working behind the scenes quite a bit on some other things that we can introduce down the road that fit these same criteria that I just mentioned. They have to be innovative, 50-state availability, and make people's lives at their homes better. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm looking at, and the things that make the most sense may eventually make their way to market. So over time, we'll introduce something else, maybe more than one thing that fit into that third category.
So I see like the sustainable home. Mm-hmm. Would our renewable energy be one of those products that fits the description of being a sustainable home?
That's exactly what it is. And actually, if you jump to the next slide, I can give a quick overview of sustainable home. So,
Okay.
Sustainable home, that's where we feature North American Power's energy products. So green electric, clean gas, American wind, those are all what we feel are sustainable home products. So they make the home better for the environment. They're better energy choices than you can get through your utility. And with American wind, we have availability in all 50 states. And I know some people are aware there was a solar project we did. We're just starting to dabble in a little bit. Greg mentioned this on stage from conference, but when solar is ready for everyone, that'll be another product that fits into the sustainable home category. So right now it's our existing North American Power energy products. In the future, there could be other energy products as well, such as solar.
Awesome. And just if I could make a point here, or just provide an idea.
Yeah.
What would be awesome is if we would provide certification for a home to support 100% renewable. I mean, if it could be part of when somebody's on it for a year, if they're with us, whether they're 100% green electric or 100% clean gas, or the American wind for a year, we could provide them certification that with a plaque that says I support 100% renewable energy, or I'm a 100% renewable energy sustainable home.
Yeah,
which would be kind of cool. I think it's a great statement to make. And to let everyone know.
I think there's a lot of value to that. We want to recognize the customers who are making that commitment as well. So,
okay, so let's continue. I don't know how I got here. One sec. Just hold on one sec.
Couple more. I think we're that one, the next one, and then one more. So we just covered the sustainable home category. The next category, and this is really one of the big announcements that we had at conference, so I'm going to spend a fair amount of time tonight covering this, is the Thrive Smart Home category. This is a brand new product category that we're introducing with Thrive. It opens up a whole lot of new opportunities for our representatives, and it's going to be a great product for our customers as well. So Thrive Smart Home, it's really in the smart home and smart security home automation space. I did a little bit of competitive research. Here's a couple of the key stats that our reps can take advantage of. Smart home products is going to become a $71 billion industry. It's been growing nearly triple-digit growth the last couple of years, and it's going to just keep expanding. So by 2017, that's going to be a $71 billion industry. For points of reference, it's as big as it's going to be as big as energy eventually. It's a big category. So
big as energy?
Eventually, it's not right now, but it will be eventually. So the smart security industry has grown for 12 years straight. That is, if you go back 12 years, it wasn't smart security at that point, and it's evolving into a lot more. And what's driving the growth is really all these innovations that are coming into the market now.
Right.
So there is a recent article, Time actually made it their cover story, Time magazine. It was all about what the smarter home is going to be in the future, and it featured a lot of different products and services from companies. I highlighted a couple of them here. The company that we're partnering with for this space is not listed here, but they were in the article. I'm just going to hold that for another slide or so. But everybody wants to be in this space because they see the potential for it. And I'll explain why we picked the partner we did in a second. But if you see the brands that are up there, it's pretty serious. If Apple and Google and AT&T are all trying to take advantage of the space.
Yeah, and what's interesting when you look at lifestyles and current trends, it doesn't make much sense anymore with technology to have people leave their home, spend time in traffic, to go to an office job and do just do that. It makes sense to set up homes so that you can work from home, and that's definitely the trend that we see. So all of this is starting to come together, and it's really exciting.
And what's making a difference is a lot of these tools that you could only have before if you were spend tens of thousands of dollars, or if you're a big business, those are all being made available for, Joe Consumer now, because the price points come down on a lot of this stuff. So what we were looking at for our criteria, and we were looking for partners in the space, we needed to make sure the company that we worked with shared the same values as us. You mentioned some of the core values early on, and before I came on, and those are the types of values that we wanted to make sure represented the partner that we chose. They needed to have something unique as far as cutting edge technology that they offered. We wanted to have a product that was simple and easy for our customers to use. There's a lot of things that are out in the space that sound great, but you need to be a real tech geek to take advantage of it. Nothing works together the way it's supposed to, and you end up with 10 apps on your phone trying to do things that don't even work right. So we wanted to make sure that this was something that was going to be easy, that a customer didn't have to worry about whether it worked or not. We wanted to make sure that it was something that when we compared it to everyone else in the space, we were able to hang our hat and say, we picked the best partner because they have the best solution, and it had to be something that makes our reps a good amount of money. Otherwise, it wasn't.
I like that last point.
Yeah, it's got to make a lot of money.
That last point.
It's got to make a lot of money too.
Okay.
So our partner for the smart home space, Thrive Smart Home, is Vivint. Vivint, we'll go to the next slide if you want. I'll give you a little bit of background on who they are. They are the largest home automation company in the United States. They have over 850,000 customers right now. I expect them to break 1 million with our help pretty soon. And they are the fastest growing and second largest home security company. So ADT is the largest company in the home security space for people who want to understand the space a little bit more. They have grown because they just buy company after company after company. They're not growing organically. Right. And if you understand how a business really needs to grow in order to be successful and sustainable, it needs to be able to have organic growth. Vivint is growing organically. They're growing because they have the best products and services on the market.
Kind of like what we do.
Exactly.
We grow organically.
That's exactly.
We're creative. We're innovative. So that's and we open up new markets constantly. That's a very good.
So those are the things that we were looking for. I didn't want to just work with someone because they were the biggest. If they were the biggest, it has to be because they're really growing the right way. So Vivint fit all those criteria. Another set of reasons why they have what we feel is the best-in-class customer experience. One of the big reasons for that is because they're the only fully vertically integrated solution out there right now. And by vertically integrated, I mean every touch point that you have with Vivint is Vivint. So when you call and you order your system, that's a Vivint employee. It's not some call center that they outsource to. When your system gets installed, it's a guy in a Vivint truck who's a Vivint employee who's doing the installation. He's been trained by Vivint, and he has to meet their standard in order to actually even install the system and stay an employee there. Their equipment is all designed and manufactured through Vivint. It's not like they piecemealed some Frankenstein monster that hopefully will work together. Their online platform, every single component of their product has been designed and thought out on their end and not just piecemealed from a bunch of different places. So that gives them a very unique competitive advantage because it's a very tight, exceptional experience as a customer.
Right.
As I mentioned, the proprietary equipment, and we'll go to the next slide. We'll actually see
it says award-winning customer service. So what that's saying to me is that when I share this with someone and they make a decision to move ahead with a Vivint system through Thrive, and they need any type of customer service regarding the system that they put in, they've created a smart home, say with us, then all that customer service is done through Vivint, correct?
They don't outsource any of it. It's all their employees. They're all U.S. based, and in the business that we're in, where you're telling your friends and family about products and services, I think that's a key point. Customer service is critical. You're putting your name and your reputation on the line for someone else's products and services, and if they don't live up to the promise that they're making, it's going to reflect ultimately on you and the relationship you have. So we value that on North American Power side. I know we take that very seriously, and that was one of the key selling points for Vivint as well, knowing that they take care of their customers.
Okay.
So here's a little bit more about their actual platform and the products. You can control your smart security system entirely over the phone or through the internet. or the touchscreen panel. So they have a beautiful touchscreen panel that looks almost exactly like an iPad. That gets mounted almost flush against your wall, and you can do everything through that. You can control it through your computer or the phone as well. And they have customer care 24/7 for any questions or service related things you have. So
I want to let the viewers know that as we go through this, if there are questions that come to mind, write down your questions in the chat message box, and I will forward all the questions to Joel, and he'll provide the answers to me, and we'll make sure that we make these answers available through a fact sheet that you'll be able to access through our platform. As soon as you get a chance to answer those questions. Maybe as late as Friday or sometime next week.
Yep.
Okay.
Here's, as I mentioned, some awards. They've got a lot of them that they've earned over the years. If you see one in sort of the center left, they're actually similar to North American Power. They were recognized by Forbes as one of the most promising companies. So there
in 2013.
More recent.
Yeah. So we were recognized first.
We got picked up first.
Just pointing that out. Us first. I'm just pointing that out.
Another one which they're actually very proud of, diagonally just above that to the left, is the Consumer's Digest Best Buy. That's the only company in the space that has that award. They're really proud of how exceptional their product is and the service they give their customers. So they get a lot of great reviews. I don't have a slide about this, but I'll tell all of our viewers. Greg mentioned it from stage. We tested systems from every one of the big players in the space, more than one for some of them, just because we wanted to make sure we got it right. So I had several employees that I had lined up, and we did mystery shopping. We called in just like any other customer would. They had no idea it was coming. We went through. We have thorough notes on what the customer service was like for the order, how professional the installer was, how good the equipment works, end-to-end testing. And it's not a cheap thing to do when you do it that way, because you're not getting any special treatment or any special favors from the companies you're working with. We wanted to make sure we really knew what it was like as a customer for these products.
Right.
And Vivint is by far the best platform out there. They're the best service, and we're proud to have them as a partner. We had to work hard to get them to want to work with us too.
You know what I'm looking forward to? I noticed that they won a Stevie Award 2014 Silver for sales customer service. I'm looking forward to the 2015 Gold Stevie Award to North American Power or Thrive for sales and customer service. That's definitely one award I would love us to win.
Yeah,
we've won quite a few Stevie Awards, Gold Awards, and one energy company. But I've got some questions. I see some questions there, and I want to ask Ramon Escalera, a question and see his response. Ramon, you said you saw a system out there. Was it Vivint or was it a different type of service? If you could just answer that, then this way I'll be able to answer your question.
I may be able to field it now. I'd love some clarification as well.
Yeah, and we'll wait for that clarification. And Toby Board asking, will these slides be made available for the reps? Would I be able to make them available for the reps?
I don't have any problem with this. This is all stuff that we shared on stage at conference.
This is being recorded, Toby, so it'll be available for available as a recording, a video you can watch, and I could make also these slides available on our platform the next time we do a show.
Yeah, I mean, really, these aren't our. I'll go through this a little bit more. These aren't sales tools. These are for training, and I think that's what Toby's looking for. If we want to I want to make sure the field understands the message and what things are, how they work. So,
here's a great question from Bob Cannell. He said, Vivint operates in Canada. Will be able to enroll Canadian friends? I'll answer that question. The answer is no, because we are not established yet in Canada. Until we, as a company, get licensing to do business in Canada, which I am waiting for, we cannot be enrolling Canadian friends. So you can plug them in, get them prepared. I don't know how far off it is, but it's one of those priorities as a company we're working on to open up international markets.
I'll say one thing, and it probably got covered when John was here on Monday, but one of the reasons for introducing Thrive as a brand is we're outgrowing North America, as far as the United States go, and we want to be able to move international in time.
So it was brilliant.
So
brilliant name.
So it certainly is something that's high on the radar map in our office as well.
Now, Ramon, I'm going to answer your question if that's okay. Ramon, we have to be careful not to compare apples to oranges. What you're doing is looking at a system based on a price point. It's like me going into a BMW and saying, hey, I can buy, a Toyota Corolla for $20,000. Why should I pay $45,000 for a BMW? It's because there's a completely different car, different quality. So we'll get to price points regarding Vivint, but here's what I want you to understand. The only thing we're going to offer is the very best systems available. We're not going to be dealing with cheap stuff or stuff that's the lowest price point. We're not interested in that offer whatsoever. So I think that's pretty fair enough.
That's absolutely the case.
Yeah.
I probably in our office, the person who's most familiar with the space. I'm very familiar with what Time Warner offers. The equipment is nothing like what Vivint has. The customer experience is nothing like what it has. The features and the plans nothing like what Vivint has either. So there are plans that are under $50 a month. A lot of those are rubbery buttons that you have to push, and nothing works the way it's supposed to. A lot of times you still need to have stuff hardwired. Vivint is totally wireless. It's cellular based, so you don't even need a home phone in order to have a system. And one of the big benefits for having a cellular based system is there's no way that someone who's trying to cause problems for you can snip your wires and kill your system. So this thing communicates regardless of power outage. It's got a battery backup. It's a great system. We wanted to make sure we were offering the best product and service, and for the extra couple bucks a month, we know that this is a much better product than anything else there. And they give you the equipment up front for free. You don't even have to pay for the equipment.
And it's thousands of dollars worth of equipment. I'll take quality any day regarding security for my home than something that's cheap. I don't want to offer to my friends and family and neighbors something that's cheap. So I'm glad that our company is focused on offering the very best.
I'll just go to your car example real quick. If I go out to dinner, I don't always get to because it's not, it can cost money. But if I'm going out to dinner and I have the option of spending $10 on a chopped steak or $20 on filet mignon, I'm taking the $20 filet mignon every time. You pay for quality, and we're trying to make sure that it's a very competitively priced product, but it's the best product out there. Best experience, best technology.
And we managed to do that. I mean, we're going to get to that more information on the pricing point and the value that we're going to be able to offer our customers. So let's continue with this. So here we go. Right?
Here are the packages. As I mentioned, for any of these packages, it's at least $1,300 in free equipment that you get. So you're not paying up front for the equipment. You're paying a low amount to have a professional come and install the equipment that you're getting for free. So I went through this. I was one of the testers. I will tell you, having a professional install this system it's priceless. I could have been shipped the same equipment, and if I had to try to figure out how to install it, it would have been an awful experience, one, and two, it wouldn't have worked the way I need it to protect my family and make it more convenient. So for what you pay, and I'm not going to go into detail here, but it's a very low amount you pay for the install, under $200 for the most expensive package, as low as $100. For that $100 install fee, let's say, you're getting a professional who's going to spend multiple hours in your house making sure the system is exactly what you need and that you're trained how to use it to the best of your, to take advantage of what features you have. You're also getting, there's a variety of packages you can choose from. The lowest one is right around $50, which, as we covered before, is really the point of entry into the market. That's for a security system that's better than any other security system out there. It's powered by that touch screen panel that I talked about earlier. And we don't have to go back, but if you just look up Vivint Sky online, there's a great YouTube video of it. It's unlike anything else on the market right now. Apple is probably jealous that they don't have something like that right now.
Now, I understand that my wife ordered, she was one of the very first, I think the second person to order right from conference, the home automation, the full package. And I think she wants the video camera to make sure that I'm actually working. She's checking up on me to make sure that I'm doing my work that I'm supposed to be doing.
I use mine to make sure my dog's not getting into trouble at work. So he's a mischievous little dog.
Now,
so.
as someone that has owned a home-based business all my life, let me share with you something that I'm going to be doing. We're going to be spending $69.99, and my intention is, the only reason I got this home automation system is to protect my home office. So I will be writing off as a tax deduction the full amount of my monthly fee for my home office. See, that's how this works. This is the advantage of having a home-based business. You get to add things to your home that improve your quality of life, and they can become tax deductible related to your business. So you don't have to take my advice. You can speak to a tax expert on that. I'm not giving out any advice. I'm not supposed to, but it's exactly what my intention is for getting this system. It's to protect my home-based business. Now, France made a point. He said most of the competition is cellular backup. That's the point he's making.
There are other ones out there. It's the direction that the industry is going. Depending on who you go with, there are a lot that are not. Right. It's a very large space, and the spectrum is dramatic as far as what the quality is, what the technology is behind the scenes. I'll tell you this. There's no other system that has the Sky panel and the features that it has. It's proprietary for Vivint. Everybody else is using something that was designed about 3-4 years ago, and it's not vertically integrated like that. So
and again, I don't care what the competition is or what's out there. I look at the price, and all I care about is what kind of service am I going to get for them to do the proper installation? Is equipment reliable? Is the system reliable? And will somebody answer the phone when I call? Will I get good customer service? And all the research that we've done as a company says that they are the very best, and the numbers and their success backs that up.
Yeah.
So that's all I really care about. So let's continue.
So what does this actual smart home category represent for us as representatives? It's 50 state availability. I think that's the biggest thing I want people to take away. Regardless of where you're at, this is a product that you can offer to your customers. It's something that they'll be able to take advantage of. It's something that regardless of where you live, you could be in a rural area, you could be in a more urban area, you're going to want this type of protection, and we feel it's the best product on the market. Second point's a good one too.
Sorry, because France brought up a great point. He came with the point most of the competition is cellular backup. Then he came right back to Vivint is true cellular, and it's not cellular backup.
Correct.
Obviously, true cellular is the way to go, not the backup.
That is correct. And I had mentioned one of the reasons why. You don't want to be dependent on a customer having a landline. So many people have moved away from having landlines. We don't want to make a customer have to spend another $20 to get plain old telephone service spots. We don't want people to have a phone just so they can have a security system. One of the things that's built into that $53.99 or $69.99 is their cellular subscription that they have to pay in order to service their product. Right. So that's a cost that they have that a company who's just doing cellular backup or a wired system doesn't incur, but it makes it a better product. At the end of the day, it's a better product. It's safer for the customer, and they operate on every carrier. So some people have asked me, so I have really good Verizon service in my area, but AT&T is no good, or vice versa. They work with all the networks and all the carriers, so they'll have service for your area regardless of where you live.
So the second point you were talking about is sales and commissions.
Yeah. So one of the great things by introducing this new category is it's such a strong value proposition for the product. We're covering a lot of reasons. I could give you a dozen more. You get right up. It reduces your homeowner's policy. There's a lot of different things. Like you said, if you're a home-based business, this is an expense that is tied to your home. It's a great product. There's so many people that want this. If you get any of the 2 higher packages, it's going to help you save on your energy bills as well. Depending on where you live, that could be $25 a month. It could be $50 a month.
Awesome.
And that's just based on you giving it an understanding of when you're coming and leaving. So you arm your system to when you leave the house so that it's secure. It knows that you're gone, so it can lower the thermostat to your away temperature. It's not like a programmable thermostat where it's like, okay, Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. You could leave at 3 in the afternoon. It's smart. It knows that you're gone. So it's tied into your thermostat as well, and that can save people significant money as well.
So, but what do you mean get additional sales and commissions from the same number of customers? What does that mean?
So Andre, I'm introducing you to who Thrive is, who North American Power is, and you're interested in energy or American Wind. You also own a home and you want to make sure your family's safe. I have the best product on the market available for that. I tell you about that. Now, instead of being one customer, you're 2 customers for me. And that's going to help me grow my business faster because I doubled the customers that I just brought in.
So as an event client or a consumer or customer, I'm worth 2 customers to you?
I'll get into that in a second because we have that in another slide. But just the concept of if I have a product and service that makes sense for customers, I can tell you about one product and then tell you about the other. And now I have 2 sales from that one person.
Got it. I understand. So we open the door with home automation, which a lot of people respond to very positively. And then we can talk about, oh, by the way, we also offer energy.
Exactly.
Energy.
It can go both directions where you're going to be able to have a lot more conversations than you've had in the past.
And you say it's the most lucrative product currently available through Thrive.
I'll get into that in 1 second. That's my teaser for the next slide. So let's go to the next slide.
Oh, you're teasing us now.
Let's go to the next slide because it is the most lucrative product.
Okay. Well, before I get into that, you know, we'll hold the suspense a little longer. A lot of questions that are coming in is saying, well, when can we start offering it?
Yeah.
I mean, these are typical. Now, I know that people were able to order when they were at national conference, and I know for a fact that we are ourselves have an install date of September 9th.
Yep.
But in terms of everyone else out there, all the viewers that are asking, well, when can we run with this? Is that in part of the slide?
I do have a slide on it, so we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So we'll hold that suspense as well.
Okay.
So ARCs and residual commissions. Explaining how this is the most lucrative one we have. It pays out very similar to energy. You get a full $18 payout on the ARC. Residual, it's the exact same as what a standard energy, and that's over 42 months. I'll give a little bit of an explanation for why that is so people understand. Corporately, we're actually getting our whole commission for the sale up front. So we don't actually have a residual on it. And we've split it out over the contract that the customer signs up for our reps. So the customer will count for the life that they stay a customer. The commissions will pay out from a customer count. The commissions will pay out over the 42 months that we have with our contract with Vivint. So, and then in order to earn residuals on that category, you need to have a personal Vivint customer to qualify. Similar to how energy is, you need American Wind or an energy account to qualify for energy commissions. You need to have a Vivint customer for the smart home category for commissions.
Okay. So you can have one personal Vivint customer to start earning commissions. Only one. Okay, but you need to have one.
Yeah.
You have to have one if you want to start earning commissions. Now, 42 months. So from what I'm understanding is that we have an agreement with Vivint that lasts 42 months. Is that what that is?
The customer signing a contract
is typically 42 months?
I have to look it varies based on the state, so I don't want to represent what it is everywhere. It's
okay, but it's more than a year, and it's more than 2 years, and it's more than 3 years. So what that tells me is that provides my business stability in terms of income, because it's a lot longer than a typical 1 year fixed rate with electric or natural gas. System.
If you're an electric customer who signs up for 6 months or 12 months, there's no guarantee you'll be there after that.
But here's my question. So after 42 months, let's say it's 42 months, the customer resigns. They like the system, and they resign. What happens then?
That is something, I'll just say that it's an ongoing conversation with Vivint, so I don't have a definite answer on that right now, but it's something that we're looking at. So, so for now, just assume that it's at 42 months. Like I mentioned, the customer will count from a rank perspective for the life of the customer, and we're talking about what it looks like beyond the 42 months.
Yeah, because if I'm just curious, if I have Vivint customers that stay Vivint customers for 10 years.
They want loyal customers too. So it's
I want to be paid on 10 years. So
absolutely.
Yeah, that's my point. So let me see. Let's continue. Because there are a lot of questions, but we got to get through this content.
Yep.
And if we got some time, we'll adjust as many questions. But again, we'll send you the questions.
Absolutely.
So all of them can be answered. We'll address all of these questions, I promise. If we can't do it on tonight's show, we'll make the answers available for everyone. Fast start, rank advancement bonuses. Go ahead.
Here's where it gets interesting, because I did mention this is the most lucrative, and up to this point, everybody's probably said it sounds a lot like energy. For Vivint, it counts as 40 fast start points. It will count for 40 fast start points. So here's an example. If you sign up someone for a Vivint system, that's 40 points. They're also interested in American Win, and you get them to sign up just for the monthly American Win for 10 points. That's a full fast start $50 right there.
Right.
So one contact, you can get 50 points really quickly. You got 5 Vivint systems, that'd be a $200 fast start. So it accelerates as far as the fast starts go more than anything else that we have. The other thing is, from a customer count, each Vivint customer is worth 2 customers in your organization. So you can grow very quickly. For every Vivint system you have, it's like finding two people for energy.
Oh, wow.
So I'll give you one example. If you're in New York and you find a dual fuel customer who also wants to protect their home with Vivint,
that's 4.
That's 4 customer points right there.
Wow.
So if you're trying to build out a leg and move out to manager, a Vivint system is going to get you there really quickly.
Very, very cool. And a great question from Matt. That one personal customer, can it be your own system?
Yes, it can be.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be, but it certainly can be.
If you, like, for instance, we're getting our own system, so we're not qualified because we have our own system. So, and France said Vivint offers free move certificates, and I'm guessing from that is that if we decide to move, then they'll transfer the system from our home to our new home.
They want you to stay their customer, so they will actually, in a lot of cases, they'll actually install brand new systems. So if they've updated their technology since then, you'll actually get any updates from that as well. So they want you to be a customer if you relocate. It's definitely a benefit.
Thanks for sharing that. So if anyone's moving, not an issue. Vivint will take care of it at no cost. It's a free move certificate. Awesome. Is Vivint available for commercial accounts? This question is coming from Aaron.
They don't advertise it a whole lot, but they do commercial accounts as well. So anybody who wants to sign up a commercial account, we can certainly take that. I'll say it's more for small business than
like dry cleaners, small restaurants. I could see that.
They take
small
those orders all the time.
offices, law offices. I think that definitely. I mean, this would be a great system. Okay, great. That's really exciting. So
my next slide, this one's an important one, and I've seen several questions coming in around when can I start signing people up for this. We're in what I'm calling a pre-launch right now. So we've announced the partnership. We want as many of our representatives to qualify for it as possible right now. We're not actually going to start paying the commissions on it until October. But in a minute, I'll explain what's so great about this pre-launch and how it's a very special time to come in.
Okay.
We'll have a lot of stuff, and I mentioned I have some October deliverables. That's a big one for me, is getting this all set up so that people can see it in their back office. They can refer customers. We're going to have a big October rollout for Vivint. So that's a key date from my perspective to be working towards is make sure we hit that date.
So just a straight question. Did we gain an advantage to be one of the first during this pre-launch to take this system?
You absolutely did. So
everyone that takes the system before that date gains automatically an advantage.
You are not missing out on anything by signing up now, and you're gaining a lot.
Oh, I like that part.
I'll explain how, but
so we have slides for that?
We do. Let's
okay,
jump to the next one.
Okay.
So right now, anybody that's signing up between now and October 17th is signing up. They're going to go into a smart home profit pool that we're only doing for the launch of Vivint. This is not going to be something that goes on after this launch. So this is for the people who want to get in on the ground floor, who want to take advantage of this opportunity to be one of the first. You sign up your personal customer, as I mentioned, that could be you or it could be someone else. you personally qualify yourself for the category so that
Right.
when we start paying commissions in October, you get all the commissions. You don't miss out on any, you don't miss out on month 1, 2, or 3. You're getting your commissions starting day 1 in October. You're also in this profit pool. And what we're doing is for you and Valerie and anybody else that signs up right now, we're putting $100 in for that profit pool. We're also putting $100 into that profit pool for everyone who signs up after October 17th through the end of the year. So by qualifying now, you're locking yourself in, guaranteeing that at least $100 goes in the pool for you, and you have all the upside of everybody that's going to be coming in through the rest of the year as well.
Okay, what I want to understand now in terms of the pool, they put $100 in, but what does the pool represent? I'm interested in if the pool ends up to be, let's say, $25,000. Am I only getting $100?
You're getting your share of it. So let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say there were 100 people that signed up between now and October. And
Right.
It's going to be more than that, but this just makes easy math. So
right.
You have 100 people that signed up between now and October. Everybody's going to get 1% of that pool. You know that 1% is worth at least the $100 you put in now. But then let's say another.
Well, I didn't put it in the company.
Exactly. Another 900 sign up between October and the end of the year. So now there's 1,000 customers total. That's $100,000 that we put into the pool, and it's getting divided by 100 people. So that's $1,000 per person in that scenario.
Ah, okay. So the pool can grow.
The pool is going to keep growing through the end of the year.
So even though I qualify with just one account, I could end up making, theoretically, more than that $100.
You will very likely make a lot more than that 100 because we're going to have so many people out there that are excited about the system that didn't take advantage of the pool that start referring people after that. So
the incentive really is to drive people to take this, to be early adopters, to be early adopters to the system because there's a huge financial incentive. So I got to compliment my wife, who did a great job running to the back of the room at the national conference to be the second person to enroll with this system.
She was at the rope that we had lined up, waiting for it to get taken out.
So she did a pretty good thing. I was a little bit upset because I said, "Oh, she's spending more money," but actually she was making money. So
she's making. You're going to make a lot off this.
Okay, so that works.
I think the other thing is, which it's not so much a financial reason, but there's a big reason why I would like to see as many people as possible right now. And that is, I want as many of our representatives to really understand the technology, really understand the product and what it does, so that when we roll out, we have product experts throughout the country that know all about this. And we're not trying to learn about it all in October. There's a big reason to start right now and take advantage of it for yourself. If you have the system, I can guarantee you, if 100 people have the system installed, someone's going to take advantage of that system, and it's going to protect them before now and then.
You know what? It's a good point, and if I can address the viewers and just share something very personal to your point. I had an opportunity to spend some time with Zig Ziglar, and one of the things that really impressed me, left an amazing impression on me, was integrity. And he shared a story about selling products, and for him, you could not be in integrity and sell a product that you did not use yourself. And that always stuck with me. I said, absolutely. Why would you tell me it's the best, but you haven't even made the commitment to use it yourself? There's a disconnect there. So if you want to go and offer an event, the best way is to have the experience with it. You acquire the use, the stories of it, and you're able to explain to people how it works a lot better. So I think it's a brilliant idea.
I wouldn't buy a Ford from a guy that drives a Chevy. That's I think one of the points.
Absolutely. So I think that's a great point. We are, everyone, we're running late. We are past 9 o'clock. But as I said in the beginning of the show, we are going to run as long as we need to because there's so much content on this. We want to make sure we cover everything. So
I see a couple questions that are ones I can hit real quick. Ricardo and Sarah. Ricardo wants to know, is there a credit check? They do have a credit check. They call it a soft credit check. You just give your date of birth. You don't need to give your SSN or anything like that. and it's 600, which is for nearly all homeowners not going to be an issue. For people that are a little bit more credit challenged, they do have alternate solutions, and we're trying to work out those details. So I don't expect that'll be an issue for people, but wanted to address that right now. Their standard offer is for 600 plus credit. And then for apartment, that's another question I've gotten a few times.
Sarah Lambert from Ohio said that she rents, so she says she can't take advantage of the system.
So it really depends on where you live. If you're in an association where it's a managed property and it's a multi-unit property, in a lot of cases those won't work for you to personally sign up because you have to have that building management company actually approve the system install. If you live in a house that's rented or even a multifamily or a townhouse or something like that, but it's one person that you're renting from.
Right.
I actually have a condo that I rent, and so if my tenant wanted to install a system like this, that wouldn't be an issue because you just need the landlord's permission in that case.
Right.
So I wanted to clarify those because I've had a few people ask that.
Yeah, and they're very simple. There is a customer number for Vivint, and if you have those questions, just call them.
Yep.
Explain to them your personal situation, and they have hundreds of thousands of installs.
Yep.
850,000 customers, so they'll be able to easily address your questions. So they're the ones to contact to get those specific answers. Now, we have to.
So as I mentioned, there's no limit to how big this pool can get.
Okay.
My last thing that I want to tell people tonight for it is if you order your system by 8/31, end of this month, Vivint will actually give you a brand new free iPad mini. So we did this as a conference exclusive promotion. They were blown away by how well this went. They brought as many iPads as they thought they need for our full event. We went through it in the first 2 hours because people like Valerie who were there waiting for it as soon as it got announced, and they actually had to go out. They bought they went to Best Buy, they went to all the electronics stores in Houston, and they
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
So we got rid of every single iPad we could while we were there. They were so excited about that and how the partnership started. They wanted to give this opportunity to the whole field. So for those of you who weren't at conference or you were and you weren't able to take advantage of it, it's not too late. We actually just were able to get the news out about this today because we confirmed it. It was in an email earlier. It's in the blog post, but we're going to send out some more news about it tomorrow to remind people. But I want to make sure our Power Hour viewers got to hear about it tonight.
Awesome.
So
and we got to highlight this brand new T-shirt that I'm wearing. Billy Sanford from Maryland asked this question: how are signups now tracked for the pool since it can't be tracked in the back office?
So my big task between now and October is to build that out for the back office. Brad and his team are working on it with me as well.
Right.
I'm getting reporting from Vivint, so I know who's signing up right now. When you call to order your system, the one that I believe it's the first thing they ask you on the call is, may I have your Thrive representative ID? So you need to give them your rep ID during that order. That comes back to me on my report to say who signed up, and then I track that. That'll be tracked through in the back office for October, but we're keeping track of it on our end right now, and my big project is to get it live on the back office.
Yeah, and it looks like, it looks like a lot of people are interested in the information because everyone is sticking around for us to finish this presentation. Another question that I saw coming up from a few people was, can they go door to door? And if I can address that, Joel, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
The answer would be no, and here's why. Our business is based on referral, friends and family. And typically, we don't have the same restrictions, I don't think, as we would with the energy because it's so strict in the energy. But you don't want to be going door to door because it's not our business model. Our business model is connecting from people that here's our offer. What do you like to get started with? And who can I talk to that to help you get started with this? So I think that's really important. Honestly, I don't like people coming to my door. I won't answer the door, and I'm not interested in. So, but this is so important to stress. It's not our business model. So I don't encourage that at all.
And I'll just touch on, just to piggyback on that a little bit from a different angle. The question was, he knows that Vivint does that as well. Vivint does have a door-to-door marketing channel. One of the reasons that they want to work with us as a partner is because we get them in front of customers they wouldn't get through their other marketing channels.
Right.
So we're a great opportunity for them to get a recommendation from, a customer-to-customer recommendation for, I love this product and I want to tell you about it so you can have it too. Those are referrals that they can't get through their other channels, and that's why they look to a company like us to partner with them. So door-to-door is part of their business model. It's not our business model, and the reason they want to work with us is because we get them different customers than they get otherwise.
Exactly. So, well, we still got quite a bit to cover too. So,
I'll just leave this up for a second so that people can jot this down. It's in the blog posts. It's in the email. You can get to it from a few different ways if you're interested in getting your own Vivint system and personally qualifying for the profit pool and for getting the iPad. Everybody who orders between now and the end of the month will get the iPad. I was so excited to see how many iPads got given out at conference, but I'd love to hear people's story about their iPad showing up after they get their system installed. So if you're interested in signing up, you can visit. This is actually a link that's going to take you to more information on Vivint's product and the packages, or you can just call and speak to someone. I believe they're staffed 24/7. They've got a great team of representatives. As I mentioned, they're U.S. employees, so really, really thorough product experts, and they're going to make a system that's exactly what the customer wants. So
great. And Mike McGrail from Massachusetts, we are going to get to the free energy enhancements soon. So just be patient with us. We are going to finish our presentation with that. And Sharon Riley from Chicago asked the question, is it okay to show friends and family the Thrive commercial from YouTube as a third-party tool? And you mean the Vivint commercial? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's available, and that is the tool for you to use if you want to share it right now with friends and family.
I'll just say one thing because I want to make sure it's clear to the audience. Anybody who's signing up as a North American Power Energy customer as a referral, they would be qualified to sign up for Vivint as well using their rep ID to personally qualify. If someone is just interested in being a Vivint customer, I would strongly advise you wait until October to do that because it's going to make the reporting a lot easier to make sure it gets credited to you. So if someone's
our offer is mostly for the reps right now.
Right now, this is for reps to pre-qualify themselves and to be in the profit pool. I just want to make sure that that's clear. If you're trying to share what it is and how it works with someone that's on your team, that's a great tool to use, and I would strongly recommend it.
We're going to say this again, so because it's got to be clear. Right now, this offer is for reps with North American Power Thrive, not for potential customers. You can share the video with potential customers, letting them know that they can get the system in October. October
17th.
October 17th.
Yep.
So that you can share the video and say it's available to you. Are not a rep. It will be available to. Now, what I would do is if they really want the system, I would say, well, become a rep with North American Power, and you can get the system. Until then, you got to wait. So that's the way to approach that. And John Bradbury will. Now, this is a great question because when we had this conversation earlier, about a week ago, I said, what advantage do we have over other channel partners with the event? I'd like to know that we have an advantage. So let's address that because they have another channel partner that's door-to-door solicitation. We're doing it through friends and family and our referral network. What advantage do we have that the guy that's going door-to-door does not have?
So what we have from Vivint is an exclusive offer for our customers. Right now, that exclusive offer is the iPad promotion. They don't do that through their door-to-door channel. They don't do that with anyone else right now. Okay. If someone as a rep right now is qualifying themselves, the only place they could go to sign up for Vivint and get an iPad is through North American Power Thrive. we're going to have, and it's not always going to be an iPad. That's our launch promotion for reps who want to qualify now. We're always going to have an exclusive offer that they couldn't get from a door-to-door person, that they couldn't get from the website if they went to Vivint directly. So we have offers that aren't going to be made to the general public. We'll always have an offer that's not available to the general public.
And to John's question, so we make sure that everyone understands, it's not like the customer will be able to get a better price somewhere else. Mm-hmm. That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. If they're running a promotion somewhere and we want to take advantage of it, we can do that, but we're always going to have something exclusive as well, and the customer is always going to get the best offer.
Got
it. The other part of this question, it looks like you want to know, similar to energy, if you can adopt someone into your organization. It's something that as a corporate team we're working through, and we're going to be working with Vivint on that as well. I don't have details for that right now, but certainly I want to address that as soon as I can. And
yeah, that's a great question. Okay, so let's continue.
So
free energy.
Here we go.
We've covered everything with Vivint. If we did not answer all the questions, mm-hmm. I'll get them to you so we can address them. And we'll learn as we go. We don't need to know everything at this point. Mm-hmm. So let's go with the free energy.
Absolutely.
And let's talk about this offer. What do we got?
So the slide didn't quite translate the way I thought it would when I sent it over, but I wanted to let people know, just an update on how it's going. Free energy has gone phenomenal. We introduced it last year at conference. Takes a little while for customers that are referred to come on flow. So our first achievers came on around the end of the year. Since then, we've ended up with hundreds of people all around the country who qualified for free energy. Right. So every single energy market that we're in right now, I have a free energy achiever. I have hundreds of them, and looking at the back end of it, they're getting some serious money off of their bills. So just to summarize it, the people that are earned free energy, most of them are going to be saving over $1,000 a year.
With us, it'll be around $1,200.
Yeah. So it's a significant amount of money that people save when they qualify for free energy, and that's outside of the comp plan. That's above and beyond what they get from their referrals and their residuals and all that. So
it's an added bonus.
Exactly. So it really works. It's real money, and people should take note of it. So this was something that we shared from stage at conference as well. We did a lot of research on who our achievers are, what they've been able to accomplish. The average achiever has moved up over 2 ranks since we introduced the Free Energy Challenge. They've also earned over $1,600 in rank advancement bonuses. And
it's an average.
That's the
amazing.
Average. That's the average. So you have some people that have gone, way above that. But there's such a strong correlation between earning free energy and moving up in the business that I want to make sure that that's stressed. One of the reasons for that is because our free energy achievers have been paying it forward. The average achiever is helping over 3 other people earn free energy. So by doing that, they're building out legs way faster than someone who's just trying to build a business without free energy. So free energy is a key component to building out your legs.
Right.
So
now, what's interesting to me, the amount, that's a significant amount. Mm-hmm. $1,600 earned on average. Mm-hmm. That's extraordinary because most other opportunities that pay to play, when you look at their income disclosure statement, 97% don't even make their money back. Mm-hmm. So 97% are negative. Yeah. And yet we have an average, which means a lot of people earn even more money.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. That is really something.
So it's been very successful. People love free energy. But the problem we've had with free energy is it's not available everywhere, and we recognize that. So what we announced at conference this year is a new addition to our Energy Challenge family, which is the American Wind Energy Challenge. So if you want to jump to the next slide, I can give a little detail about this. The American Wind Energy Challenge, it's an opportunity to earn an energy referral bonus in all 50 states. This is a fine point, but if you're an American Wind customer, we're not your energy supplier, so I'm not giving a supply credit. It's a referral bonus, which is slightly different, 1099 perspective, all that. So just want to be clear on that little nuance. But it's an energy referral bonus, and you can earn it in all 50 states.
So you have the opportunity to earn an energy referral bonus in all 50 states. Yep. So it doesn't matter where you are.
Yep.
American Wind Plus and PowerPack subscribers are eligible to participate. So
Yep.
that's what that looks like.
Yep.
Okay, so as an example, I'm in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
So I can earn referral bonus in Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what the program looks like.
Yep.
What do I need to do?
So the way it's going to work, as I mentioned, it's the energy challenge. So as an American Wind subscriber, by referring energy customers, you can get this energy referral bonus. So if you're in Arkansas, there's a family that you have that's in another part of the country where we do have energy. You can refer electric customers, or you can refer gas customers. You get 20 gas or 20 electric customers, and you can get that energy referral bonus. So another example of that could be Texas, where we're going to be launching later this fall. There's parts of Texas where we actually can't be the supplier. It's regulated separately, but you could be right down the road from a ton of energy customers potentially. All you have to do is have American Wind, tell your neighbors, next town over about it, and you can get that referral bonus. Right. And that referral bonus is going to be for up to $100 or more per month, up to $100 more per month, and it's the average of the customers that you get.
Okay, so that I understand the distinction and the difference, or the enhancement to this, before this program or this enhancement, I could become an American Wind customer in Arkansas, and I can go and get 20 green electric customers in Connecticut.
Yep.
Okay, I could have done that before.
Yeah.
What's the difference now?
Now we're actually going to give you the referral bonus for those customers, just like we would have if you were an energy customer yourself.
Okay, so I wasn't getting paid those referral bonuses.
You were getting paid our normal comp plan, which regardless of where you live, you can get paid the commissions and residuals and all that based on the comp plan. Free energy and the American Wind Energy Challenge is above and beyond that. So by bringing in energy customers, you can be personally qualified with American Wind. By referring energy customers, you get to take advantage of this program that's practically identical to the Free Energy Challenge.
So I have the same. Is it the same or similar?
Very similar. So there are going to be a few key differences, like I mentioned. One, we're giving you a credit for your supply charges. In the other case, it's a referral bonus because we're not actually your supplier. I can't credit you for supply charges if I'm not your supplier.
So basically, every single American home in any neighborhood can now earn free energy if they are willing to get or acquire. They start with American Wind because they have to be a customer of ours. Yep. So they can start with American Wind, and then they just have to get 20 other electric or clean gas customers in the states that we offer it.
Correct. So I'll give you another example. I live in Connecticut, right? So I have my electricity with North American Power. I could get free energy on my electric bill by referring electric customers. I also have natural gas for my heat, but I don't have an option to sign up for natural gas in Connecticut through North American Power. Right. My family lives in New York, so I can refer New York gas customers with an American Wind account, and I can actually basically make myself dual fuel for free energy in Connecticut, essentially.
So we made the same. So what we basically did is we enhanced every single state that we're not offering electric and natural gas. We enhanced the opportunity for them to be able to get free energy, but like anything, I mean, everything requires effort. I mean, I built a business with North American Power. It requires effort. It just doesn't happen on a wish and a whim. But they will have to reach out to the people that they know in states that we offer it to enroll them and help them enroll so that they can start their referral network. But now they have the same opportunity to get that free energy like I did here in Connecticut.
That's the way it should work.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, Candace Jackson asked, what if I am American Wind and a green electric customer and I've earned free energy on my home, can now also refer 20 with my American Wind account and earn referral bonus?
So it's a great question. I'm actually clarifying that. I believe there's a very fine point that she's trying to get at in there.
Yeah.
I'm working on getting the final answer to that, and I'll just say it's not my final decision to make. But
never underestimate the collective brilliance of the field.
There's something.
Candace, I would have never in 1,000 years been able to come up with that question or thought of that question.
So, yeah.
That's an excellent excellent.
So if you guys want to know where we're at in the process with this, we are right on the verge of releasing all the terms and stuff, and those are like the very, very fine tunings that I'm working on right now. I had a hour-long meeting with my legal today to make sure that it was clear. So I don't want to overspeak on Power Hour, but
yeah, all the nuances. All I can share with you, Candace, is with my 4 years experience with this company, I've always seen them. I've always seen them do the right thing and do the fair thing.
Yep.
So I've complete confidence that they'll dot all the I's and cross the T's and
I just don't want to overspeak for where I'm at in the process.
It makes sense.
We're going to be there very soon.
It absolutely makes sense to me. Okay, so let's continue.
So, and we mentioned this from Stage Act Conference. The new energy referrals begin counting for the American Wind Energy Challenge actually this past Monday. So anybody out there who has people that they know for energy that with American Wind, now's the time to go get them. And we'll have a lot of other details coming out. We'll have the tracking tools available very soon as well. So you'll hear a lot more about this in the coming weeks. But we're well on the way to giving all the same experience touch points that we have for free energy for the American Wind Energy Challenge, and people should know, their referrals start counting this week. So, okay. so don't feel like you have to wait to see more to start referring, because we're doing the tracking on our side, and we'll be pushing stuff out for back offices right after that.
Right now, everything that's been rolled out, here's a very true statement. If you are waiting, it is costing you money. A lot of money. It's just incredible. There's so many things to take advantage of. Take action right away. Don't wait, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that are not waiting. They're running with all of these enhancements that we've put in place. So what do we have now?
So this is just a little comparison so people can see what it looks like. Free Energy Challenge, if you're an electric customer, you refer 15 electric customers. If you're a gas customer, you refer 15 gas customers. If you're 100%. If you're 25%, you refer 20. American Wind Plus or Power Pack, it works almost exactly the same way. Right. You pick 20 of one category, 20 electric, 20 gas, and start referring those customers, and that will qualify you for the energy referral bonus.
We can mix or match like the 20 green electric, or
it's one or the other. So
it's one or the other.
Yep, similar to how the free energy one is. So you're on, basically, if you have American Wind, you're on the exact same playing field as our energy customers have been up to this point. So and this is my expression. Some people around the office joke about it, but I like to say that both programs are a win-win-win-win, and that is a win for you as the referrer, a win for the referrals that you made because they're getting better energy products than they can get anywhere else. It's for the environment because our products are cleaner and greener, and it's also a win for the charities that we support through Mission to Millions. So everybody wins with our programs. That's one of the things that I love on the corporate side. We try to do like you said, we always try to do the right thing, and we try to look at these programs from every angle and make sure that it makes sense for everyone that's involved. So,
but I'm still, I have a question. In terms of free energy, if I got 10 100% green electric and 5 100% clean gas, don't I qualify for free energy?
So both programs, this is something that's actually a great question because I know people have questions about this a lot. Both programs, it depends on what you chose as your product.
But I came in, I chose 100%, 100%
green electric.
Green electric.
So you chose 100% green electric. Right. You can get 15 electric customers, and it doesn't matter to me if those customers are 25% or 100%, as long as it's 15.
So 15 electric, not 15 gas.
Correct.
15 electric covers electric. If I go get 15 gas, I get free gas.
Correct.
Okay. If I have gas. So that's how that works. So I just want everyone to understand that to clear it. So that's why you have the American Wind 20 green electric. If you're going for free energy for electric, or 20 clean gas if you're going for free energy for gas.
Yep. That's exactly it.
So that's I hope that clarifies it with everyone. Great. Okay. That makes complete sense.
And a couple people I saw questions about whether it's a check or how we're doing it. It is a check because we're not your supplier, so we'll be cutting a check for every month for those people who have those referrals. We'll be cutting a check for the average of those customers. So, yep.
Now, in terms of free energy,
we're everywhere now.
Yeah, we're everywhere for free energy, so we can have that conversation now in every state. And one of the things that I would love to see, we talked about it earlier, is we, as this program develops, keep making it as simple as possible. What I would love to see is the opportunity for American Wind customers to go get American Wind customers in their backyard to get free energy. I mean, that would be kind of cool if we could develop an American Wind product that we could offer in a specific state that we are not offering electric and natural gas, and they can go get, let's say, 20 or 30 of this new product and get free energy. That would be awesome.
So I'll just let you know from the corporate side, it's certainly something we've thought about. We're not ready to release anything yet, but it's certainly still something that's on the table. To
great minds think alike.
So it's definitely in our conversations, and we're doing things one step at a time, but we're definitely thinking about that.
Yeah. And okay, well, I mean, we covered a lot of stuff. We were going to do a presentation tonight, but it's too late. We're not going to be able to do the Power for Change presentation because we still got a lot of questions. We still have to finish up. So next week, we're going to introduce the Power for Change Thrive presentation. You're going to see a transformation every single Wednesday of the language we're going to use to start introducing Thrive and the concepts of Thrive into our presentations, so that we can get comfortable with the language and how we can share this with everyone. So next Wednesday, you'll see the first presentation that will start incorporating some of this language. It's an evolution. This is designed to evolve over the next few months as corporate starts revealing and sharing taglines, our tagline and the language, But as we shared with everyone, and you did such a great job on this, we are in transition, and so we need to allow for that transition to happen as smoothly and as effectively as possible. Any thoughts that you'd like to share with everyone so far on your thoughts on everything?
This is the most exciting time I've ever seen at our company for the opportunity from the corporate side. It's a very exciting time. On the corporate side, if you go on, people have gone on welcome tours. Some people go more than once, but you're more than welcome to. There's new faces around our office. We've hired some really, really bright people to fill some key roles on the corporate side to make not only the opportunity better, but the actual business run better as well. And it's a very exciting time. So for people who have been around for a while, there's a lot of exciting things that are going to change things,
right,
and continue to change things. And for people that are new, you're getting in at the best time you could. So
that's awesome. And I just want to bring to everyone's attention regarding show tomorrow. We have Vice President Representative Development Michelle Merriweather, who will join us, and she'll be covering all the things that happen at conference and all the training tools that are coming out, the one system that's coming out, to really simplify and make this easy for everyone. And Friday, we're doing field leadership, their take on the conference. So we're going to have Bob Doran, Kevin Marino, Ali Madawi, Valerie Aloisio, a lot of the people that were there to provide their take on it, what excited them the most, how they're going to move their business forward, what are they going to focus on. So that's on Friday. They're going to be able to provide their take. It's going to be a lot of people involved in that show as well. And another question, I will not be doing a Power Hour next week. There's no broadcast, but we will be doing the presentation, the Power for Change presentation, to start incorporating some of the new concepts and new language. I know corporate's working on it. We just have to work together to start presenting those new language so that it makes sense to you, so that when you share it, it makes sense to the people you share it with. So 9:30 next week, it's going to take a while to work on it, but we are going to do that presentation. It'll be posted for everyone. Now, just to finish up with some of the questions, Franz asked, I have 20 friends in Pennsylvania that are dual energy. Will I get to referral bonus checks? Well, here we go. That are dual energy, will I get to referral bonus checks? Two.
Yeah. So I'll have full details that are in the rules when they come out. The idea is, though, if you got 20 of both commodities, you'd be able to get credits on both accounts.
Awesome.
So I have to get the details out there for everybody, but that's the concept.
But and he's American Win, okay. But with the program that you just laid out, he would.
Yeah.
Okay. That's excellent.
So like I said, the idea is, and there'll be other things that we introduce over time for free energy, I'm sure, as well as for American Wind Energy Challenge. But at the core, everybody's on the same playing field now, regardless of where they live.
Right. Okay. Well, I think we've covered everything. You did such an exceptional job. Thank you so much for taking the time to really lay that out clearly. It'll take us some time to really understand and be able to share it, but I really have to congratulate you on making an excellent choice with Dery as our partner for home security and home automation. Looking forward to my system. And I'm looking forward to having you back on near October when we have the major rollout.
I'm looking forward to coming back. We got a lot of working on between now and then, but it's an exciting time to be part of North American Power and Thrive.
So you now hold the record for being our guest on the longest Power Hour we've ever had. So congratulations.
It's Power Hour Plus, right?
Power Hour Plus. Everyone, listen, thank you so much for staying with us, and hopefully you found this information helpful, cleared up a lot of things for you. Before you leave, please leave your comments for Joel and any other questions. He'll get everything, but those questions are important to us, and your comments are important to us because we want to make sure that the content we provide you is something that is of value to you, and that it really does help you move forward in your business. So make sure you leave those comments, folks. And on behalf of Joel Berntsen and myself, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for everyone for joining us, and we'll catch you back here soon. Our next Power Hour show will be tomorrow with Michelle Merriweather. So we'll catch you back tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
Good night.